Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm a happy camper. I just bought a boat.
What'd you buy?
North Star Northwind 18.
Yeah. And you're very happy.
Yeah, it's the best boat we've ever paddled in the Boundary Waters, so decided to buy one instead of renting.
He is a happy camper. It's like a beam coming off his head. Oh, wait a minute, the story continues. You haven't told your wife yet.
No, I told her I might buy a boat, and she didn't say no, so.
If it all fails, at least he's got a new boat. This is awesome. Colin, listen to this story.
Hi, my name's Joe. My daughter Angela just got married this last fall. The song that we chose to dance to for our dance was the song that you wrote with you and your daughter.
I was having nothing to do with it. It was Jerry and my daughter because I wasn't allowed.
Okay, I would love to hear your daughter sing it sometime.
She did. She was here the year that came out. She performed it.
Yeah.
Between the water fights and swimming and every dinner of mac and cheese.
But then, but she's too cool now. She's a teenager. I'm not hanging around with you, Dad. It's not cool.
Good memories.
It is now. I got the song in my head now.
He said we have perfect weather. No mosquitoes, bears, or rain. And he promised as long as we're together, every portage would be a piece of cake. Yeah, right. My friends think I'm crazy to go up there on our own. But when we're sitting on that shore being lazy, the last thing I want is a stupid old iPhone. 'Cause I'm canoeing with Daddy, and it's just like magic. When he hands my paddle, I get a great big smile on my face. He's a little bit wacky and a wee bit tacky, but I'm so happy when I'm canoeing with Daddy.
There's a gentleman here at the book signing table, and he says he has a gift for me.
Yay!
I love this show. Look at that.
Beautiful.
It has no heat and no bite, and it is full of flavor.
Thank you very much. Jerry, I just learned something about you that
I'm sorry to tell you, but
I thought you were a man. But now I find out that this song that you wrote about the margarita thing, the bear, like
it's a true story. My barrel had a quart. It had one of those platypus things, a quart of margarita in it. Not margarita mix, margarita, and the bear got it.
see, I always wanted to paddle with Jerry. It was a great idea, and then I find out that he drinks margaritas. I don't think so. Margaritas.
Margaritas it is. Yay, margaritas.
Is this all known now? Like we can,
yeah.
Oh, we can talk about it now. Oh, it's big news. He's old, and he's not. What happened, Tim?
Well, my good buddy Chris here bought the company, bought Novacraft Canoe. So
Yes, sir.
he's the new guy, and I'm now the old guy.
Did you see this coming?
Kind of. Tim's needed a much needed rest. He deserves it. We all know that. He's done a great job.
Thanks, Steve.
Great boss. Enjoyed working with him. And I'll enjoy working with Chris.
I was hoping to do more canoeing, but it sounds like I'll be doing more working, and he'll be doing more
I'm doing more canoeing.
Now you got rid of the old guy. Now you can do a whole bunch of things now.
Well, he's still around for a little while,
Yeah.
helping out. It's a good product. We're going to keep the quality up. The employees are enjoying. They're proud to make the product, so we're going to keep that going.
So I've known Tim for a long time. Good friend of mine. He's been around for a long, long time. And yeah, it's about time, to be quite honest. Like really, like you can't make canoes the rest of your life, right?
No.
So you better start doing trips this year. So Novacraft is changing a bit, and Tim sort of passed the baton, I call it.
Sure,
Yeah.
paddle.
Oh yes, yeah. Forget the baton, the paddle. And Chris is taking over. And yeah, and basically you're saying nothing really has changed except you're going to do a lot better job than this man ever did.
Yeah, he's pretty much hoping for that.
What's going on?
Oh, hey.
Hey, are you buying something?
I'm curious about these guys.
Say it 3 times fast.
Bungee Dealy Bob. Bungee Dealy Bob. Bungee Dealy Bob. Bungee Dolly. Oh, I'm out.
Okay, you did better than I. I'll try it. Billy Bob, Johnny Bob, Silly Bob, something. I can never pronounce it. They're good though. I love them.
Yeah, I'm actually I've actually never seen them before. So
you've never seen a Jilly Bob Billy Bob?
No, Jilly Diddly Bob. No, I'm actually excited about them though.
They work really, really well. And again, if you need a longer one, you just kind of daisy chain them together.
Oh, look at that.
And now you got as long as you want. You can do that as many times as you want. When you were saying you wanted to put maybe more than one paddle together,
yeah,
that would probably be the way to do it. Although you got quite a bit of stretch, so.
This is so I don't need to carry 3 paddles in my hand anymore. We can just strap them to the canoe.
You don't strap your, really?
No.
Oh my God.
Give us a season at a time here. We just got out of the Coleman not too long ago. So.
That's true. Actually, we've never experienced a Jilly Bob.
No. Caught my eye on the way
this
out.
This should be exciting the first time.
It always is exciting the first time. Okay, Billy Bob. We're out for supper on the Friday night at the Canoecopia. Okay, Jim Baird. He has some issues going on. One is that he has a roommate. You better tell the story.
I got a roommate who was a little free with the bod, we're gonna say here. Like, I walked in the room and he's just, there. I don't know a polite way to say it, but just, twigging berries to the wind, and quickly threw like a sheet over like sort of half of that area and just fired up a conversation with me. And I've been on 4 consecutive red-eye flights all over the U.S. and traveled to Madison, Wisconsin with 1 pair of clothes, my laptop, and a pair of gloves. I don't even have a winter jacket, and Kevin won't lend me any clean undies. So things are rough. Things are rough here. I love you all, though.
You said red eye, right?
Red eye.
Yes, you did. I met some podcasters. Yeah. Sven from Outdoor Research knows them. Said they're really good guys. Very talented, very experienced, very knowledgeable.
WTIP Boundary Waters podcast. All things Boundary Waters.
Really?
Stories, gear, everything. Quetico too. Both sides of the border. All epic, inspiring tales.
That's fantastic. What made you start this?
Well, we live on the edge of the Boundary Waters, and we were having our own adventures, and we love telling stories. We like hearing people's stories. And it just was a natural unfolding.
What defines the perfect podcast?
I think good storytelling.
Yeah.
And harnessing people's passion in their stories and letting them tell it from the heart. That's what makes a good podcast.
And what was the most oddest interview you've ever done that you're like, this is going, what is happening?
Well, I don't think it was that odd, but we had a couple who goes in for 90 days straight. Steve and Ann Holtz. And their whole approach was so wild. 90 days and they don't do any resupply. They carry all their gear in, and they're older folks in their 60s, right? Yep. And that was not odd, but an unusual approach. But when Ann started talking about the cedar trees, it was obvious that she has a very special relationship with trees, one that most people are not as confident to articulate out loud in public.
She got emotional telling the story.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that one made you cry?
Yeah, a little bit. It's all about the trees.
What's new this year? What's going on? What's happening?
How's it going, buddy? How's it going?
Good.
Glad you made it to Wisconsin again. We missed you.
Hey, so what do you have something new this year?
Yeah, we do. This is, we call this the Woodcraft Camp Carver. So it is the little brother to our first axe called the back axe.
We watched that show, Forged in
And
Fire.
it is a 26-ounce head on a 16-inch handle. It's got a hardened pole. It's got a 9-degree spine. I can strike a ferro rod and start a fire with it. I can choke up on it. It even fits the web of my hand when makes it nice and comfortable. And it's got a 25-degree flat grind. So it's called a camp carver with a hyphen, which means it's for camping and carving.
It's a good thing you put that hyphen in.
I know, yes sir.
I met some Canadians at the American show, and Alan, explain the shirt.
Stereotype Canadian maple leaf, and because I just went to the Kayak USA booth and I broke one of their balance boards because I screwed up.
Oh my lord. You mean Jim Baird went on that and he didn't break it and then you did?
Yes.
Oh, maybe Jim loosened it.
Jim did it.
Well,
I get on.
I think it's Jim loosened it.
Yeah.
Because he's so big. Like he's what, like 9'8"?
Yeah.
And then when Alan went on it,
my small girthy.
Yeah. I got you, buddy. I'm there for you.
Jim,
sorry,
your
Jim.
fault.
Under the bus, buddy.
All right, so Jim just presented once again, and what happened?
I had a great presentation. I did cool outdoor tips and tricks. A lot of people are really interested in particularly how to smoke fish when you're in the bush at camp. That seemed to kill. And then Kevin came in and took over my presentation at the end, but it was already over, so that was all good, you know.
All right, so here's the thing about the Canadian people. They're supposed to be more manly, more wilderness savvy, and you're looking at their facial things. We got Sean, which I'm calling the fake hippie.
Fake hippie?
What's he gonna call me? Yeah.
You mean I'm not groovy?
Then we got the metalhead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, there you go. Not this. Going through the beards here.
And then
what's going on?
You got the chops.
You got chops.
You got chops. Yeah. It's just because you missed. Yeah.
It's a shaving accident.
And then there's Alan. Yeah. Sorry. Not sure what happened to that. He's going through puberty.
Sorry.
And then there's
Whatty.
The handsome one.
Wait a minute. You and I. We're doing the Canadian contingency.
He's sort of Canadian-ish.
No, he's the spokesperson for the Canadian contingency. Hey, Mom. I actually turned into something very important in life. Wait, what happened?
There he is.
And what's its name?
Callan.
See? I told you, Mom. I'm at the American show, and I found another Canadian.
Hey, what's going on, bud?
Joe Robinette. Yeah, last time I camped with you, you slept outside yet.
Oh, you guys were a bit rough in the tent,
Do you remember what happened? The big snow melt in the middle? It was a death trap.
It was cold, it was wet, about as bad as it can get.
So what's going on?
Nothing.
No? But there's always something going on.
You'll find out.
Oh no, really? There's something special going on at one of Jerry's shows?
Possibly.
There's always possibly something going on.
You'll enjoy it.
Oh no. I'm a little nervous. Do you know what's going on? No? Do you know what's going on in the show?
I know you're going to be in trouble.
Oh no. Do you have anything to do with this?
No, nothing at all.
With him, last year.
Oh, you did?
We did.
Yeah, that was a good time.
It was good.
You can chase me if you want. Bang your pots and pans. I'm digging in my claws. You don't have a chance. I'm not gonna give it, no matter what you're hoping. And that's why I'm using the Bear Hero Booker.
I was here the year you did the cow outfit.
Oh my God! Remember that woman that pulled my udder?
What does this song mean? 1, 2, 3. I'm tired of starving. I'm tired of dancing. I'm out of breath. See you. The first, I don't know if it's annual or not, but it's going to be the great Kevin Callan Rock Toss. So here's Kevin's rock so we can keep track of it.
They look like poo!
I don't know how that happened. Let's do a trial. Go ahead, man. You guys, just toss it in. Good. Yeah. Okay, Kevin. Okay, no, that's enough. The object of this is that we're going to start, when we start the new song called That's Why the World Has Rocks, that's when you guys start tossing it. When the song ends, we're going to see how many rocks are in each of the pools of water, and whoever wins gets a North Star Canoes prize pack. You can't throw it until the song starts, and once the song ends, you can't throw it again, okay? This is team number 1. How many people want to see team number 1? How many people want to see team number 2?
Oh, it's on! It's on!
Are you ready? Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh!
They come in all shapes and sizes. You can find them almost anywhere. Dull and gray or big and bright and shiny. But the real question is, why are they here? I'm going to get sued. Well, I'll tell you, rocks are made for everyone else walks on by with a big old blank expression on their face. But if they stop, you know how to try it. Well, maybe this world would be a happier place if they found that rocks are made for throwing in the water. They would explain. Pick up another, one small, one short, one small, one sometimes you just can't stop. So if you find yourself on some shoreline, well, this old world is anything but boring. Just take a look. Right there. Rocks are made for throwing at them. Pick out another. Oh, this is going to go back. Sometimes you can't stop. One cross, one skip, one big, one big old rock. That's why the world has gone.
I'll never do that again. Does anybody have a pen he wants me to sign a rock I threw at him? Anybody?
Anybody got a Sharpie?
Anybody got a Sharpie?
I have one.
Well, he has a sharp rock, but... Okay, yeah, we're good? All right. You're witnessing the first time I signed a rock. Oh, this is great. All right, so here we are. We're actually the alumni chef. How many years? Nancy, you should know this.
I don't know. 20?
This is the 100th anniversary of the alumni chef, and this is awesome. We're at Canoecopia, and amazing paddlers here, even if there's kayakers in the audience. I'm sorry. Okay, Tim, so what's new with Novacraft this year?
What's new?
Well, we already know that you're no longer. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sad.
Well, I'm not. It's not like I'm no longer, because I am still here.
That's true. That's true.
But
you're
a different role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a fun role.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all jealous of you. And so, of the boats, I noticed a new color, blue.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Any new designs?
No real new designs this year. It's kind of the sales process kind of took over from. Yeah. So a lot of it. We got some lighter weight gunnels on our lightweight boats, like our Aramid Light and our Blue Steel. But
yeah.
That's. Yeah.
In your retirement, so you're going to go on a canoe trip, obviously, because you didn't have time before. So what boat would you be taking out of the warehouse for your first canoe trip? Not your first canoe trip, but the first canoe trip on retirement.
I think Cronier Aramid Light.
Really?
Yeah. And my wife and I are going on a nice canoe trip.
Oh, good.
As soon as it gets warm enough.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Just when you think the day's over, some man wants you to film his pants. What's going on here?
Well, I got a Christmas present from my daughter. I would never buy the pants myself, but she insisted that I have them. She thought it would be a conversation piece. I didn't want to wear them, but I told her I'd wear them to Canoecopia, which is my favorite thing to do in the spring here. I build canoes and kayaks and rowing shell and stuff like that. So I'm wearing the pants today for her, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. It's been a real hoot, because so many people have stopped. And have you had a picture of the pants yet?
I will go and...
Because I mean, this is
down there, look at those.
This is big time here.
Oh my goodness.
You get real closer, you can see that it's an old station wagon with a wood panel and a red canoe. I had a station wagon just like that, the same color, with the wood panel. So my hat's off to you for taking the film. I don't know what you're going to do with it, but you'll have a lot of fun showing it to the people in Canada or wherever you're from.
I think I just met an American hippie. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes.
That's my pie.
You were gonna throw it out though.
I was not gonna throw it out.
Yeah, somebody gave this to you out of the kindness of their heart, homemade. And I saw you making your way to the garbage to toss it.
Dawn from Scouts Canada? That's a lie. She's actually just wanting to eat my pie. Thank you very much.
It's great pie.
Great. I wouldn't know. All right, David. He paddles a lot of the Boundary Waters. He has a very good question for Mike from Badger, which lives in Algonquin. Hi, Mike. How are you? Oh, wait a minute. I slept with Mike last night in Darren's basement.
You don't snore at all.
Oh, God, yes, you do.
So yeah, sizing a paddle, everybody asks about that at the show. And if you went to camp as a kid, they probably told you go up to your chin or go up to your nose or something like that. And the problem with that is it doesn't factor in the length of the blade of the paddle. So, you know, your blade could be this long and your blade could be that long, and that's going to affect the overall length of your paddle. So what I do, let's grab a 60-inch paddle here. If I have one left, yeah, there's one. So hand on the grip, hand right at the throat where you're going to hold the paddle like this. My pinky sometimes dips in the water, so you hold them right down at the throat when you have a long blade like this. Take the paddle and put it right on your head. So see how I'm about 90 degrees on the bend of my elbow? So technically that's really good. Now I'm a bit of an anomaly because I've got really bad shoulders. I guess not such an anomaly, a lot of paddlers have bad shoulders, but so I actually, so this is good. The last thing you want is to open up the angle like that. Right now, just doing that right now, I feel a bit of strain right in here. So don't do that, it's gonna hurt you. So for me, if you have issues with your shoulders, you might even consider going just a little bit inside of 90 degrees. This is a 57-inch sliver, and this is the paddle that I paddle with.
David, you have to realize that Mike is a bit of a Sally girl. So, don't only take half of what he's saying.
Half of it, all right.
Because we have sore shoulders because we're paddlers, but we take it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And we also take medication for that as well.
Plenty.
Yeah. It's called Scotch.
Absolutely.
I thought I finished interviewing him, but he's like, no, I got more to say.
I'm not done.
No. What's going on with Badger?
It's Badger's 10th anniversary this year, so we're going to do some 10th anniversary paddles, special edition. You'll see them come up soon, but this is cool. Fiona and her dad made this little trophy for me for our 10th anniversary. We're doing the Paddle in the Park contest again. So no new models this year, but a special edition for that. Talking with Kevin about possibly a Kevin Callan paddle that he's going to.
That would be awesome. That guy's amazing.
Yeah, and he's got some really good ideas on the kind of paddle he wants to have. So still doing the oil, it's doing really well. Paddle sock with every single paddle, and just watch for a new version, an exciting version of the Paddle in the Park contest, and some special edition paddles for this year, because we're 10.
And your lovely wife Fiona is very non-stressed through the whole thing.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
No, Chris, he said something.
He did say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that you pee outside your tent, right outside the door. That's what I read online.
It was not me.
Oh no, you just said it right when the camera was off. That's what I heard.
That was Jim Baird.
Once again, I have to spend my life with Jim. You're terrified of like life in general, except the wilderness. Like what's with that?
And I'm not very good at figuring out exactly what gate my flight's going at. Those big lists of all the flights and cities. It's just like I just like have to ask people these things. I'm not. It's not my strong point. Put it that way.
I think in one sense it is a strong point because they all gave you information.
They did. They did.
I mean, sometimes they just ignore you, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Like maybe your size.
Maybe they're scared of me. I'm also very nice.
Yeah.
I'm also very nice.
Yeah, you're very nice.
Yeah, and so I try to be jovial, very kind, and people usually help me out. If it wasn't for just random people helping me out, I'd probably be in the wrong country right now.
This guy travels the world, whatever, doing a bunch of things, and so, but I have to, his attire. Okay, explain, this is all you have. This is all you have. Like, look, pick it up. Like, that's all he has.
Well,
he has no baggage.
This is my presentation bag.
Yeah.
And my laptop bag broke, so I had to put it in like a grocery store bag. And this is all I brought to Canoecopia in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Because I was in Texas, and before that I was somewhere else, and I flew all these red-eye flights. I had to come back through to Toronto to drop off stuff there for a video project, and like literally turn around and jump on a red-eye to come to Texas.
But you have no baggage. You have no baggage.
And literally I had no time to get any clothing.
Yeah, but yet you're wearing the same underwear that you did 4 days ago.
That's right, and I haven't changed my clothes. Well, not 4 days ago. Was it 4? Three days ago, Kevin.
You judge. I'm not sure.
3 days ago.
I can't keep control of your life.
So basically, I didn't have a change of clothes for 3 days, and Kevin finds that very comical. I guess you could say.
Everybody would. I mean, the guy beside me would find that comical.
I did see him smiling.
Like seriously. Okay, this guy, he won Alone. That show Alone. What? 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, History
and
Channel,
so he survived. How many days did you survive in the wilderness?
75.
75 days in the wilderness with his brother. And he still hasn't got over it because when he travels, he doesn't change clothes. No. Which is wrong. Yeah.
I'm really excited that this is something you're going to share with all your social media followers. I'm sure they're just fascinated about this.
They are, actually. I would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because...
This might almost be worse than the last one. Remember the last story that you threw out there? And
no, I
don't think you can even say that.
Oh, yes! You saved your dog's life by holding it.
Well, not his life, but he got frostbite.
Yeah,
It was a sled dog.
But not in the leg or the nose. It was the dog's penis. And you're in northern...
I had to. I was in the Arctic.
Yeah. This
there
is the life
it is
of Jim.
again. In case you haven't heard that story, Kevin Callan really likes to put out these great stories.
That's a
about me.
good story. Like, you can't make that stuff up. And then what did you do when you were having beers the other night and you had to go back to your hotel? You didn't get a...
No, I walked right across the lake in Madison, Wisconsin at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Straight back to the hotel.
Just this.
Just
that's all you have.
I just walked fast enough to make sure that I didn't get cold.
You're the real deal, man.
Yeah.
You're the real deal.
Didn't mess around. Yeah.
Okay, the one question I'm going to ask you though is that so you've got a bunch of young people that are going behind you. You're getting them all excited about going out there.
I like to think I make a difference.
So we got the Northern Scavengers, and they're going to Northern Labrador.
That's right.
That's an amazing trip. Like, you know, that's a really, and you've done it.
Yeah, I didn't do the same route. I did a similar route. I took the Adlatalk, but I was out there for 33 days.
So any advice? Give them some advice. These guys are doing this, and they've never done this before.
My advice would be when you're on a 4-day portage with no trail, flag your way back to your gear, leapfrog your gear, and don't rush too much. If you have to take another few days, take another few days out there, and don't rush and put yourself in danger. And the fishing's really good, so bring a lot of extra lures, and you might have to be living off of fish. I guess that's about it. Try not to die.
Jeez, don't say that. And this
that's a given. That's a given.
It's a given, but you don't say that. No. Oh, don't die.
Try not to die.
Try not to die. Like, you don't say
in a
that.
nutshell, give her a really good shot at not dying.
Way to go, guys. Go. You don't say way to go, but don't die. You don't say that.
Is it like saying break a leg? Should I say die?
Well, you could say break a leg, but that's not dying.
I just say, hey, die out there? It's not like saying
no,
break
you don't do that.
So just don't say. Just leave death out of it.
No.
Completely.
Okay, this is a man that only wears whatever he's wearing and doesn't have baggage and is still wearing the same underwear for 4 or 5 days. I don't know. Like.
He doesn't smell.
He doesn't smell. Oh, wait a minute. What was that, ma'am?
I don't smell him.
She says he doesn't smell.
No, she said she doesn't smell.
She says I don't
You
smell.
don't smell.
She says I don't
You
smell.
haven't
Isn't
changed
that
your
nice?
clothes in 4
Isn't
or
it
your
nice?
underwear.
Yeah. I've been bathing. Maybe that's why.
Well, that's
and it's
good.
in 3 days. Okay, 3 days.
You don't even know where you were the last 4 or 5 days.
I don't.
Where
so
were
it's
you
been a
5
bit
days
of a
ago?
blur. Texas, somewhere south of Ovalo.
You got a sunburn, by the way.
I did get a sunburn. How do you get a sunburn? It was freezing cold there as well.
You're
It was like
Canadian.
minus 8 degrees,
Well,
and
you're
then the
Canadian.
next day I managed to get a sunburn too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty entertaining trip. You know the guy I was staying with? He has a 10-foot long barbecue. I've never seen anything quite like it. It blew my mind. It was amazing. If he fires up the barbecue, it's 10 feet. It looks like a steam engine.
Your life sounds really adventurous. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it is. It is quite adventurous. Yeah.
Just so you know, he has a wife and child, and they'll have the underwear for him. That's how that works. Okay, good luck, Jim.
Thanks, Kevin.
Okay.
I hope you all enjoyed the Kevin throwing Jim under the bus video again. Amazing.